Howdy ho YouTubers, and welcome back to the channel. So after 4 months of not fishing, I have decided to start again. We are now in the February of 2023. This is the first video of the year, so happy new year to you. And yeah, so for this one we're just doing a quick 24 hours. The weather is still very cold at the moment and the water temperature is very low. We've got a bit of a northeasterly breeze at the moment, so I've decided to set my focuses on the north bank. It's right on the back of the wind, so I thought if they're going to be anywhere, they're probably going to be in this area here. I had a quick look around this morning, I couldn't really see anything, so yeah, I decided to focus my efforts up on the bank. Very simple session for this one, just because it's so cold, and I haven't really seen anything showing, fizzing, anything like that. It's just completely, you know, windy and flat out there. So I'm going to be solely focusing on bags and probably PVA sticks. I'm probably going to have 2 on bags and 1 on the PVA stick, just to make a bit of a variation and to see how we go on from there. So anyway, that's enough from me, and I'm probably going to show you how to blank on your own lake. Right then people, number 1 rod is ready to go out, and it's just going to go down just off the point of the island over there. You can just see it there, yep. So yeah, it's not very far, it's probably only about 5 or 6 wraps to chuck it. I'm not really being very accurate because I'm just fishing with singles, just a single bag. So we're going to pump this one straight out there and hope for the best. Rod number 2 now, again another solid bag, and we're going to go for the point of the island over there. Again, I'm not going to bother wrapping it up because I'm only using a bag and I don't need to be too accurate with it. But the point of that island, for reference, if you ever come here when I open, is about 9.5 wraps. So my next setup's a little bit different from the bags. It's basically just a length of end trap, semi-stiff. We've got a pink krill wafter on there. That is on a little German rig. Just a little wafter, just sits nice. It's nice and supple. So there is some areas out there that have a little bit softer clay than others. So if the lead does sink a little bit, this will lie on top and yeah, present pretty nicely. Right, that's all 3 of my rods gone out now. The little wafter rig has just gone out into open water over here, just to see if there's anything cruising around, picking up. I also put a little PVA stick on there as well, just for a little bit of extra attraction. But we'll see how it goes. Like I say, it is quite cold out here. It is a northeasterly breeze. Everything's against me. This place isn't the easiest at the best of times. There's only 66 fish, and I can imagine that they are huddled up somewhere. I have seen late in the evenings that they do move around a little bit. I've seen a couple of shows, but it's literally just been the case of the last few days where I've just seen a couple of tail swells. So that's why I decided to come down here and give it a go. It's going to stay dry tonight, but the temperature is due to drop off to sort of like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 degrees. So it is going to get quite cold, but if you're not out here, you can't catch them. Red light. Green light. Red light. Green light. Okay, that's enough of that. So we are now at about 7 o'clock in the evening. Very quiet today. Nothing's really happened at all. We got down here for about midday today, just after. So yeah, not a sign or sausage of a fish. So I've just left everything out there. Everything's going to stay as it is for the night. I did sort of like, you know, get out and have a good look around just before the hours of dusk. But again, I didn't really see anything. Not tonight anyway. Just my luck that I come down here on the night where nothing happens. So there's been no liners. There's been absolutely nothing. So it looks like at the moment I've got this totally wrong. So yeah, but we're on a quick session, so you know it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'll leave everything out for tonight then and see how it goes. And then hopefully I'll see you in the night. But if not, I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning. So we're at about 9 o'clock in the morning now. As you can tell, I didn't have anything last night. However, I just did have a really big liner on the right hand rod, which is the one on the stick down towards the sort of corner. That's the first liner I've had of the session. So yeah, really quiet, but they are about. So, you know, you can always take the negatives and turn them into positives with this, because you know, it just shows you that the fish are moving around, even though you would never think that they were. You do get the odd one or two in here that you know, will stay a little bit mobile. So I think I'm going to give it till sort of like maybe 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. That'll take me just over the 24-hour mark really. And we'll see how it goes. But again, I've left everything where it is. There's really no need for me to take it out because I know everything's fishing. So yeah, it's not as cold as it was yesterday either today. Well, it doesn't feel it from in here anyway. So yesterday in here was really cold, but today is, you know, there's a little bit of sunlight. The wind is an easterly, but it's still not as cold as what it was yesterday. So we're probably only still around 8 or 9 degrees, but I mean it's warmer than it was yesterday, because yesterday it was around a 5. So yeah, we'll see what it does. You know, you never know with these conditions, so always worth sitting it out, because the moment you don't think you're going to get a bite, all of a sudden you got a bite. So yeah, so that is it for now, and hopefully by the end of the session we may be able to pick one up. Here's my top tips of the session. So if you're ever a PVA bag user like myself, use a lot of PVA, make them up before you go fishing. This will save you loads of time and loads of effort when you're on the bank. Whenever I use one, I just kind of just remake another one, and that way I've always got spares in my bucket. It's a really easy and handy way to go fishing, and you can literally just turn up on the bank and chuck one out. It's also just not your bags that you can achieve this method with, but also making up sticks if you prefer those. Right then, I've come to the end of the session. My rods are just about to come in and the session is now over. So for those of you that ever build your own lake and you want to know how to blank on it, this is the way to do it. So unfortunately we didn't get a fish, but you know, that is part of the parcel of doing this. It's still very early on in the year as well, so I'm really not too bothered. So yeah, unlike some, you know, media outlets out there that will tell you, if you do this, you'll catch a fish every time you go, which I can't stand these days, and I've completely just turned off to it and stopped watching it because it's all crap. This is the reality of what you're faced with. So you know, no, there is no super bait that is gonna cure your problems while the fish are huddled up somewhere and not willing to feed. It just doesn't work. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm sure there'll be a lot more videos to come this year, so I've got a little bit more time on my hands, and hopefully be able to show you some nice fish. Until then, ta-ta.